Oh, his name really quick. Hey, I'm getting off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Anunwa again the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Open man is Anderson. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, give it. 14-0 to score.
Come on.
Get ready. We're going to 53.
From the 45 on second down, Prescott, and he's got it complete to Anderson. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up second down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. Just a couple there. The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown. They're now on the board here in the first half.
I'm in a Madden game
by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Great. 49 the mic. Target. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, didn't one of them niggas say that and knock LeBron wipe out the park?
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Okay. Eight.
Here's Newton. Airing this one out for Evans. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again. And
he's got it at the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That's not a foul.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The throw right sideline here is complete. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll run with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
47. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott escaping the pressure right. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This is Cohen. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Gun. Push him back. 58 to Mike, 58.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He finds his running back, Nixon. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a first down throw for Newton. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gay is on for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Prescott now. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe. that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. From just shy of midfield, Newton. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Play action. It's Newton. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down now. Nixon, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, here's Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll give it to Mixon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On second and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. With those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Come on, guys, let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, they run. Again, it's it's McCaffrey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Prescott. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And lined up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for the... Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They fake the give. Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Mixon. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, a run with Cohen, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Deuce.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Looking sideline, incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Prescott on fourth down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Let's get off the field.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Prescott now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 13. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 77 yards. And the Bills cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Joe Mixon. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
20.
Now Newton on first down. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. On play action, Prescott out to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. It's a foot race. 20, 10, 5, and at the end of the ball comes loose. Allen, the intended receiver. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
I didn't mean to push
a big play here for the Bills. And even 60 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The surprise 2nd-round pick, Sean Bunting, there to get a hand in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the two-point conversion. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Newton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
20.
Newton's going to throw it. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Mixon with a first down carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll run with Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, it's a much-needed victory as it gets